Howdy folks, welcome to the first episode of Runaway Rucker. I am your host Nick, the actual runaway rucker. I got my ruck on right now, and today I'm going to be setting up my hammock. Not sure where I want to set it up. Got all these options. Go into the woods, see what I can do. I want to set up my hammock, and I also want to get those snakeskins on the hammock so it's a faster deploy and employ. So, no further ado, let's get into those woods. Upon immediate inspection, seems to be garbage everywhere, so I'm going to be picking up a lot of this stuff so the other people don't ruin it for the rest of us. It's beautiful in here. As you can tell, there's a ton of trails. I don't know if I necessarily trust putting a hammock over all of this ivy, because that seems like it's a prime place for a snake to hide out. So I'm going to be going over here and picking another place, preferably 15 feet wide. I see movement. Alright, I think I found a couple trees. This should do quite swimmingly. It seems that I found a type of a construction over here. I bet I could throw a tarp over that and be an awesome shelter. Yeah, somebody was chilling out over here. Pretty cool hangout. There's my ruck. Now what I did is I took out the frame of this ruck and I put in a camouflage lawn chair. It's because I use chairs all the time anyway, so I just figured, you know, I might as well rip out that frame and use the chair as a frame because it's less weight I have to carry. Alright, we got the Swagman roll. Hammock, my tarp. So this is what I want to put. I'm going to put the snakeskin XXL over the hammock that I have in here. So I'll get that out. My tarp. It's a 3 meter by 3 meter tarp. I got this really cool one wind windbreaker for my hammock. Thought it'd be pretty neat to bring along. I have the one wind double wide hammock set for 550 pounds. Got my pillow, which is also my down jacket. I got an underquilt. I don't need one today. I just want to set it all up for the winter. It's a one tigress underquilt. And I also have a sleeping bag, one tigress mummy bag for like, I think it's 20 degrees, down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't need it because the weather's really nice. It's just, I'm just trying to set all this up for the winter. Got my pegs, some cooking gear, got my alcohol stove, and I find this to actually be quite advantageous. These I have these little shampoo bottles that I got from Shoppers Drug Mart. I emptied them out and washed them out completely, and I just filled them full of alcohol, like denatured alcohol. And I find this to be better than carrying that big bottle because they seal really well, and they also fit in all these tiny little spaces that your pack always has without taking a bunch of extra room. There's another one yet. And my lighter. What else is in here? Oh, and this is the one that I want to put over the tarp. It's like the tarp sleeve. So, see if that even fits my big tarp. I don't even know. It might be too small. That's why I'm testing it all out today. I got a bunch of stuff in these pockets too. I don't know if you want to see what I got in there. Okay, I'll show you anyway. Might as well. What do I have in this one? It's a surprise. Oh, it's my Ranger 55. It's really good. SAK. Paracord for the tarp. What else is right here? I mean, you don't really need all this stuff. You really don't, just to do an overnighter, but just want to see how much it all weighed. Got my Pathfinder 25-ounce cup with a guy designed bottle. And what do I have in this one? What do we got here? More pegs. Just to be safe, because those things have broken on me in the past. I need backups. Alright, I think that's everything. Oh no, there's still a little bit more in this thing here. I got a bottle of water. Just a bottle of water here. I don't know what that is. What the hell? And an umbrella. Those things have come in handy. Alright, I basically took my hammock with the bug net and I just pulled these snakeskins over top, and it worked out really well. Then all you're left with basically is the buckle on this side, and you got it's like a super quick setup. You just take your straps, strap them up to the trees, and Bob's your uncle. You just have to make sure that you take your bug net and you cinch them around the ends of your hammock first. That is the key, or else you're just going to have a big mess inside there, a big bulge. It makes it nice and tidy. In towards me on the bottom, and then out away from me on the top. And this causes this to not, where's the camera? This causes the buckle to not come loose. It's going to jam it right in there. And again, so we want to go towards you at the bottom, towards you at the bottom, and then away from you at the top. Come on, Shelly. Come on, Shelly. Shelly, get in there. Okay. And again, you want to go towards you at the bottom. Keeps jamming up there. And then away from you, see, at the top. And then this is nice and tight. And you can pull it tighter this way to tighten it up if you need. And that won't come loose. That was on there good. I'm going to let off some from this side just to equal it all out. You want it to be as equal as possible on both sides. Okay, so if you want to set up a ridge line, first things first, you make yourself a loop. You could tie a bow in if you wanted to. I'm just going to be tying just a normal overhand loop. Okay, like that. And then what you do is you find a stick or something, anything like this, break yourself off the best part of the stick, so something about that thick or whatever. Okay, and then what you do is you wrap it around the tree and you stick this side of the rope through here, creating a pocket, right? And you stick that stick right through, tightens up on itself. So I'll show you that on the tree. Okay, and what I'm going to be doing, I want to tie this around right above it because I want to stick all this stuff through the snakeskin. Okay, so you come around like I was saying. You see that little loop there? You stick this side through there, make a pocket that forms a marlin spike hitch. And the stick goes through and tightens down right on that pocket. And what you do is you take this, just cinch it up all the way to the tree. And that's not coming loose. And there's a reason I do this, because as soon as I get that done, in the morning when I go to pack up, all I got to do is this. Boom. It's ready to go. Okay? So just around, take this through the pocket, through the loop I mean, and then this through this pocket, tighten it down. Now I'm going to have to take all this stuff off, I think. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. I've never put on a snakeskin before. I might have to take all this down. That'd be hilarious if I had to do that. Oh my gosh. But you only learn by doing this kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Like you see it all on YouTube and see the guys do it, but they skip all these steps because they don't want you to see all the little stupid mistakes they make. And I have zero pride, so I'm going to show you all the mistakes I make, and because that helps us all learn, I think. So on this side, we want to make a classic trucker's hitch, and this is how you do it. I'm sure you've seen this 1,000 times, but I'll just show you. It's fun to do. It's really just because I like to do it. And then put this around here. All this line. Oh, little Debbie. Okay. Tight on that side. And then what you do, see this side up here, where the string is really tight, you kind of bend your hand like this. and you do one of these jobbers, makes a little loop, right? So just like that marling spike hitch that I did over there when I stuck that stick through, you basically take that loop, you see this string right here, you pull that through that loop. And now what you've done is you've made a slip knot, okay? So you see that slip knot, and then you take this string, you pull it through that you pull it through that slip knot, you pull it all the way through. And then what you do, take that, pull it towards the tree, like that. And now it's created basically like a pulley. I don't know if you can see that. See, it's created some kind of like pulley. And then, when that's tight, oh boy, I'm like so dyslexic when it comes to this stuff. Okay. Alright, you see that? And then, at this point, you pinch this part here. And, sometimes it slides back. You gotta make sure that doesn't happen. Pinch that point, slide this over. Oh boy. Oh, little daddy. I don't know if you can see it better on this side. So take this, pull it, alright, pinch that, and then this has to drape over. When you drape it over, you see that little pocket. You come through here, and you grab this little guy, bring it through. Oh my goodness. Bring it through, basically creating some kind of a knot. And then you use this thumb and this pinky and just wind her up like that. All this excess, because I do not like to waste rope. I don't cut rope if I can help it. And then what I do at this point is I take this, I put it over the rope, right? And then you make like a lark's head with it. See, I want to make a loop with this, pull all of this through. See that? Pull all of it through itself. And then it stays nice and neat. You can pull it right out. It all comes out really easy in the morning. So I was wrong. Yeah, I came to the conclusion that I was right about me being wrong. So these little skins, there's a fatter side, and on the other side, it just kind of gets skinny. And I think that's where you're going to the rope, and then it goes into the hammock, which requires the more fatter side here. So what I'm going to do, take the skinny side, and I'm going to undo this point right here. Drop this for now. Is it recording? Yep. Okay. Little daddy. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. Okay, so I want to take the skinny side. That's the fat side. I want the skinny side. And that's going to go up the rope. And you'll see why I'm doing all this at the very end. It's just going to make this setup and take down so much faster. So here's the skinny side of the skin. Take the rope, stick it through. Okay. There's the other side. Take your hammock again towards us on the bottom. I'm going to show you repetitively because eventually you're going to get one of these things and be like, wow, this is way easier than I thought it was going to be. So right through the bottom and out away from you on the top. Okay, like that. Okay, so now all I have to do is cinch it like that. And then this, essentially, this skin is now going to drape over the hammock. Kind of like a snake eating another snake. Oh, this ground is so uneven. Are you going to stay? Are you going to stay up? There we go. Oh, come on, Shelly. Shelly. Oh. Yeah, let's see if that'll... Using a vine to my advantage. Nope, still not helping. Still not helping. Easier. Okay, there's the skinny side. It's here. Rope through. And now I was just thinking to myself, when I put these skins on, how am I going to wrap it around that tree again? Because you have to end up putting it through itself. Well, all you got to do is grab 2 pieces of rope, wrap it around those trees, tie it, and then get a carabiner and tie these ends to it. And that should be a really quick and easy setup. Go through. And again, repetitive. Towards us on the bottom, away at the top. Okay, so essentially this thing should just glide over this entire hammock now. I did it the right way. Yeah, and I did. Now I think this snakeskin is only good for a hammock. I was going to see if I can get my tarp in here yet too. But I think I need a separate one for the tarp. But that's fine. See how that kind of just swallows it all up. And that way, it's just one big line. You wrap it up, can hook them up really quick, and it's like super fast. That's what you want. But you're going to also need to get this bug net in there too. Which you would just cinch this way. You'd go to this end, cinch it down so that it doesn't move anywhere. Put a shock cord here. I don't know why there's... Yeah. There, see that? You just take your bug net, bring it all the way to the end of the hammock, cinch it down real well, and then you take this snakeskin, slide it all the way down. Same on this side, you're cinching down the bug net on this side really firm. And then what I like to do is you take the bug net, wrap it around itself, so that it's easy for the snakeskin to slide over and envelop the entire thing. About halfway. And you can actually even, you can pull it over itself. Yeah, you just kind of, oh, this stand, it's not the stand, it's just the ground is so uneven. So now this stretches over the hammock like that. So when you actually go to take this thing down, all you got to do is wrap up this thing really quick, hook it up, and you're good. You don't have to do all this extra putting the rope on there every single time. And you can take it and just like pull it over itself. And that way it's just one big tube. Now that's what it looks like. All the way across. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, how am I going to take this down now? Because now the snakeskin is on, right? Because you have to take it and there's a loop over that tree. Well, that was just initially what I was doing to set this thing up. So what you do now is you take this buckle, you loosen it off, loosen that off. So what you do is you basically, you take this off, right? Just pull it back through that loop. And what you're going to do in the future is all you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of rope, wrap it around the tree, tie a slip, put a loop on one end, make a marlin spike hitch, and on the other side there'll be another loop that you can put on the end. Take a carabiner, hook it up to this thing, and then you hook your carabiner up to that loop, and that cinches it down tight. You take these straps and you just pull her tight. That's all you gotta do. I just feel like somebody's watching me. Now, I'm really bad at this stuff. I probably could have done this a way easier way. This is my first time, so I'm just learning as I go, so. Yeah. So I'm just basically putting that up towards me again. Stick her back through. Now, if I would have done that thing that I was talking about when you wrap that little thing around the tree and you hook up the carabiner into this thing, probably would have made this thing so much easier. But you know, live and learn. I'm just gonna take this snakeskin, pull it over the rope and everything. And it should be good to go. Got some pretty heavy duty metal bucklers here. I don't know how that would hold up in a storm though, to be honest. Like, am I going to basically turn myself into Benjamin Franklin's kite with the key? Every time there's a storm, is it going to zap that metal buckle? I don't know. Little weird things I worry about. Okay, so there you go. And that's how you do that.